Hello, everybody, and welcome back to I Don't Care, the podcast with me, your host, Alexia DeStefano. Today, I have someone who I consider to be very funny.
Don't set it out like that.
But she always says stuff like that, so she's maybe not that funny, but I guess we'll see. Who are you?
I'm Hewot Tedla. Hi, I'm so excited to be here.
She's not. She's like...
We're sitting in your mom's closet. Exposed. We're not in a studio.
I said that.
Did you?
Listen, yeah, the first one I said that.
At the beginning? Or
yeah,
did I get to that point? Oh.
You did.
I was
You just fell asleep. She got here and I brought up the podcast and she's like, oh yeah, we're doing that, huh?
I didn't say it like that. I just forgot.
So, today's topic that Hewot and I always find ourselves talking about is the show called The Wilds on Amazon Prime. So, that's what you have to look forward to. So first I will put a little disclaimer that we probably 100% will talk spoilers.
Probably
100%.
100%.
100%. So,
what is there to talk about if we don't spoil it?
Yeah, I guess. So anyways, that's what we have to look forward to. But the first thing I wrote is intro to Hewot, but we already did that with saying your name. It says how we met, if you want to say that.
Yeah, we met in acting school.
Yeah.
We're actors.
Yeah. That's how we met. Okay. The big question. I'll go first because I think you forgot again.
I don't care. Wait,
yeah, but what I don't care about this week.
Oh, I thought that was movie at the end. I thought as we talked, then something would spark in my mind.
No,
but it's at the beginning.
It's at the beginning.
We're at a loss. I care about everything, I guess.
I think this week I don't care about money. And my thing is, like, you can't care about something you don't have. And because I don't have any, I can't care about it.
Oh, hard disagree. I care about money so much because I don't have it.
No, I'm totally lying to myself. Like, don't get me wrong. I can't afford a $22 book right now, so I had to get it for $2 on Marketplace. And even that I took from my mom.
And you didn't even pay.
And then I didn't even pay because he didn't tell me where to leave the money, so I just took the book.
In his defense, I think that it should have been assumed just leave the money where you took the book.
No, absolutely. And that's what I was gonna do, except that the book was just outside his apartment door, like the main building door. So if I left the money there, someone would have taken it. Because it was just the general building entrance.
Maybe he decided that the book isn't worth $2.
Yeah, my brother said he probably doesn't care. Because I messaged him and he read it. He read my message saying, where would you like me to read the money? And just chose to not answer. So, yeah, I choose to not care about money this week because I just don't have enough.
Your mom has so much tags left on her clothes. I see like 4 or 5.
So we're in my mom's closet right now, and Hewot is just looking, and my mom does have a bunch of tags on a bunch of clothes. She likes to buy clothes, but she does a lot of different like diets and gym stuff, so her body's always kind of changing, and she's like, well, I don't fit into them now, but one day I will. So that's what her thing is. What don't you care about then?
I don't know. I was really banking on this being at the end of, so I'm not
Really?
gonna lie.
Do you want me to save it for the end for you then?
Give me 10 seconds to sit and think for a sec. I don't care about my job.
Your job?
I want to quit.
Do you want to tell people where you work?
No, because I don't want your craze fans coming at me.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally get it.
I just want to quit my job. I'm probably gonna. And also everyone is quitting. It's really rough. But yeah, that's what I don't care about my job.
Didn't the person that you talk to the most about like all the tea and drama quit?
Yeah, she's not the person I talk to the most, but she was just the person I talked to about like all the acting stuff and like the filmmaking stuff. And so I was like excited to tell her about stuff, but then she like quit but then I saw her at her birthday, so it was like all good, and I told her everything. But
that's good.
But everyone is quitting right now, and I'm about to dip, I swear, because
Really? You can't.
Sure I can. What the fuck?
But you'd go somewhere else?
Of course. What am I gonna starve and die? I have to get another job, but
yeah, where would you go if you had the choice to go anywhere? Except the obvious becoming like if you had a choice to work any part-time job.
I'm just gonna get another server job because I will die without tips, but I don't even make that much tips anyways. It doesn't really matter. Anyways, my job. I don't care about my job. Fuck that shit.
This person at the dog park it works at Red Robin's, and she's one of the drivers, so she delivers food, and she said she made $3 of tip in one night.
$3?
That's all she made.
Wait, she's a delivery driver?
Yeah. And she's like...
Like for DoorDash?
No, like for Red Robin's.
I've never heard of that. I didn't know they did that.
Yeah, apparently. And she was so upset. She's like, I only made $3. $3. She's like, the servers in the restaurant make like $200, and I'm out here making $3.
Yeah.
So she's training to be server.
Yeah, I need to be a server, like at a big girl serving job, because they make so many tips, like so much in tips, especially in the summer, and my job just sucks right now.
Yeah. Anywho, let's move on. So my next thing for you, which might be hard or might be really easy, is in 15 seconds, explain the Wilds.
These girls.
Also, I don't know if you looking up like that blocks the mic from hearing you.
I'll just speak louder.
Okay.
So it's about these girls who don't know each other, but some of them do. And they get in a plane crash, and they're stranded on an island, and they have to survive. And I would explain it differently, but last time I did, you got mad.
You can, because we already did the spoilers.
Okay, so it's about these girls who get lost on an island, but they have to survive, but it's all like a big conspiracy, and they think that they just got in a plane crash and they're waiting to be rescued, but really they were all placed there and are being watched at all times. And one of the girls, well, technically two, but one of them is a double agent who is working with the people who put them on the island. And yeah, that's the plot of the show.
Before we go any further, because this isn't in my notes, but I did want to bring it up to you, because when I was watching an interview with Amy Harris and Sarah Stryker, they mentioned that every episode they do the beat sheet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's good.
And I thought that was interesting.
That is interesting.
Because as soon as she said, so there's this 15 beat sheet that you kind of have to, it's like an outline for creating episodes of TV, I guess, and movies, just like plot stuff. And so we learned that in school, and kind of immediately I threw it away, and I was like, yeah, I'll just do it my own way. But to hear that the Wilds does it, I'm like, shit, maybe we should be using it.
Yeah, that's definitely changed my perspective slightly, because
yeah,
every example I was kind of like, but like I don't need it to be super structured that way. But I don't even see how the beats are in it. Like every episode, really?
Really, yeah, because so what they said is that the writers on the episode beat out the beat sheet before Amy and Sarah get involved in it. And then they go over the beat sheet together and then start writing the episode and the dialogue from there.
That's interesting.
I thought that was really interesting, and I just wanted to share that with you before I forgot. So my first question, because you were the one who introduced me to the Wilds and kind of unleashed this inner demon in me with it.
I told you love it.
Yeah.
Nobody listens to me. I recommend it to every single person I talk to, and nobody watches it.
And yeah, so whoever's listening to this, I swear to you, watch the Wilds. But how did you find the Wilds?
I think a TikTok came on my feed of like a clip from the show, which happens to me a lot. Like a clip of a show will come on my feed. I'll be like, oh, I should watch that show, and I'll look it up. I think like 2 different clips came on. I'm pretty sure it was the one where Leah was in her car with the guy, and then when he dumps her, and then I was like, oh, I should watch that, and then I looked it up, but I was obviously thinking it was about something completely different than what it's about.
Right.
And then I saw the clip of when Rachel, who was it? That when they were walking up to get like with the mirror.
Oh, I believe that was Rachel, Leah, and
Shelby.
Was it Shelby?
Yes, it was Shelby, because it was the part where she like called her. She was just like, "We all don't have the same stamina as you," or something like that. And she's like, "Is it because I'm black?" or something like that. And then Shelby freaked out. That part, I remember seeing that too. Yeah. And then I was like, "Oh, I should watch that show as well." And then I looked up, and they were the same show. And I was like, "Oh, okay." And then I gave it a shot.
Yeah. So the first scene that she's talking about, just for some backstory, Leah, who is technically the main character of the show, was dating one of her kind of, not teachers, but someone an author who she looked up to, and she's underage and he's overage, and so he broke up with her when he found out that she was 16, I think, 15 or 16.
17. She turned 17.
And for obvious reasons. And so
did that was find out who sent her birth certificate?
We haven't found that out yet.
That's so
but we assume Gretchen.
I assume Gretchen, but like I don't see why.
Gretchen is the bad guy, the person who put these girls on the island. So let's talk about that for a second, since I just said that. What are your thoughts on the experiment? What do you think Gretchen is trying to get out of it? Well, what do we know? What do you think?
I don't really know, because when you know me, when the Gretchen stuff happens, they speak so vaguely and they speak like as if the audience already knows.
Yeah.
So I don't really understand like a lot of the stuff, but I think that since it's a boy-girl thing, I'm assuming that she's trying to prove that women have better, like decision-making skills, communication skills, like survival skills, like everything. Like I think she's trying to prove that women are more well-suited to be in positions of power and like basically rule the world.
Yeah, I think it's 100% that, but I also think it's what society is better, the society of social media and today's technology, or a society where you have none of those and you're going just based on basic needs.
Yeah, because remember the conversation where, like in season 2, when Leah was like, he was like, you guys are all better off.
Yeah.
Because of this. And she was just like, oh, is Rachel better off? This bitch lost her fucking arm. And he was like, yeah. And he was like, what about Martha? And he's like, yeah, her too, even though she had a fucking manic episode. And like,
yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah.
Amazing acting. I heard that as soon as they would call cut, she'd be like, hey guys. And then as soon as it would be action, it would be like,
yeah, she was great.
So good.
She killed it.
Yeah. It really made me like her character more, because season 1 I liked her, obviously, but I didn't realize how much I cared for Martha until the second season.
It was kind of out of nowhere, though. I wish they kind of like...
Oh, yeah.
I liked that it was out of nowhere, but it was also kind of like, wait, what the fuck?
Well, because it was her killing, like, it was because she killed animals, but it's like she was killing animals since season 1 ended.
Yeah. I just think it was, like, really abrupt.
Yeah.
Because it was like, it was like they kind of put her in this like power position where she was like, now I'm like this bad bitch who feeds us all, and you know what I mean? And then she just like, all of that like character development just kind of crumbled. Yeah. Which I get it would, because like they're going fucking crazy on this island, but like I was genuinely shocked. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, but I did love how that brought back Tony and Martha.
I love
moments, because
I'm obsessed with Tony and Martha,
because we had so much of Tony and Shelby where the Tony and Martha kind of fell away a little bit. And so to see Tony in distraught and like pure agony, just like so upset for Martha. Oh.
Yeah, for sure.
Loved that.
I love their friendship so much.
So much. What is your favorite pilot moment? Your favorite moment or scene from the pilot? Or your just whatever.
Gosh, I don't really know. Favorite pilot moment.
I'll say mine.
Wait.
Okay, yeah.
It might be. It's kind of a stupid moment, but it might be when they when what's her face? The double agent girl dies.
Oh, it's not Jenny. It's I can't remember.
It doesn't matter, that you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
When she dies and they sing the Pink song.
Yeah.
That was
the
funny.
freaking grave.
Yeah, that's just so funny.
I do love that moment. For me, my favorite moment is kind of like a cop-out, because it only became my favorite moment after watching the pilot the second time, which is the introduction to Fatten. Because Fatten is such a different character than who we know her to be in the pilot.
All Fatten stuff.
Favorite. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. You just can't not love a Fatten.
I'm obsessed with Fatten. And even though I love her character development, just watching the beginning season, like, just how she was, even though it was, like, fucking annoying sometimes, and she was, like, so unhelpful. Yeah. She's just so funny. Like, I just love her.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love the scene on the plane. I love the plane. The plane scene, one of my favorites, because I just love all the introductions and stuff. But I really like Fatten's part where she's just like, people call me a girly girl like it's a bad thing.
Yeah.
But I'm like,
I'm just
double
like
woman, double the girl.
Yeah.
Like, Isn't that the most feminist? Like, I just love that.
I love that. It brings up a good argument.
Yeah.
I'm stuck to some sort of, oh, there we go. Also, Amy Harris, the showrunner, wasn't attached to the show until after the pilot was made. She was given the script, and she liked the script from a friend who worked on the show who actually passed away.
Oh.
Yeah, and then she's like, okay, I like the script. They have a pilot. Let's hope that they casted this well, because that's going to determine whether I'm on it or not. And they casted it amazing, and so she hopped on. She's like, yeah. And I thought that was interesting too, because I thought she was just a part of the journey from the pilot, but she wasn't. Okay, my next question is, when you watched the pilot, what did you think as a whole? Like, when it ended, what was that like? Oh, because for me,
I was like,
oh yeah.
Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, I'm about to fucking go crazy on this show.
Mm-hmm.
I'm about to eat this show up and spit it out. Like, this show's about to be my new thing.
Yeah, absolutely. I was also comparing it, because you introduced it to me much after I watched Yellow Jackets.
Yeah.
And so for me,
I think that's how I introduced it. I was like, it's like Yellow Jackets, but it's better.
Better, yeah. And I was hesitant at first because I really liked Yellow Jackets.
Mm-hmm.
Except that it's also nothing like Yellow Jackets too.
Yeah, it's not, but it is.
It is. It's two teenagers who were in a plane crash and now have to survive. Is pretty much what it is, but it's also
nothing like it at all.
Very, yeah. There's no cannibalism yet, at least, and I don't think there ever will be.
Yeah, it's not as dark.
Who are they gonna kill, Marcus? You know what I mean? The fucking mannequin.
Dead.
I
wish they'd kill Seth.
We'll see.
I wanted him to die so bad.
But I don't know. So you and I are talking a lot about Nora and what we want for Nora. But after the interview that I sent you or showed you, I just don't know if she is going to go back.
I know, but that sucks because that's really like what'll make season 3.
Absolutely.
Like the fact that she wasn't in season 2, I was like, okay, fine, whatever. Like it would have been kind of a little much with all the boys being introduced, but with season 3, like she needs to be in it. I need to know more. Like we got there's so much more, and like I need a scene with her and Rachel. Like
absolutely.
I need it.
You need it. Yeah. Also, episode 2, Rachel's episode, they had filmed it completely different. It was Rachel's backstory was a total different backstory. I don't know what it was, but they were really happy with it, and then they just reshot it.
Why?
I don't know. The girl who plays Nora was just like, yeah, they said we need to reshoot it, so we reshot it. And that's kind of where she left off. So
reshot
the entire episode.
But does that mean that, like, they changed the story?
Yeah.
Oh.
At least that's what she said. I'm not quite sure. Okay.
I just need to, like, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
My leg is fully asleep.
No, I totally get you. We're in a really small space. This question kind of came to me abruptly, but I was just, as a whole, thinking what your thoughts are on Leah and Raph. Like, their relationship.
I'm into it. I like it. I mean, I know a lot of people are Leah and Fatten shippers, which I would be okay with that. Mm-hmm. I personally don't see it. Like, I know people are like...
they're just besties.
I think they're just besties. I think people just want it so bad. But I really don't think that's not going to happen.
But, oh my god. Okay, my hair keeps getting stuck. But I was rewatching season 2, right? And at one point, they show Leah that her ex
is a girl, or like her ex crush is a girl.
Her ex, the teacher.
Oh, I thought you were talking about that.
Did call.
Oh wait, really?
Yeah, but now that I'm saying it out loud, I feel like maybe I dreamt it.
I think you did. I don't think he called.
Anyways, I do think she's... Well, really? Because I know, at least in what I saw, whether it was dream or reality, it was a folder. No, it was. Because you know how she was like, okay, I'll do this. I'll talk to Raph for you and I'll get information out of him about what happened to Josh, what Seth did to Josh. Wait, slow
down. So
for, you know what Seth did to Josh? That episode where Leah was talking to Raph in the bunker, and then she like gave him a hug to tell him to stop talking, that was Gretchen telling her to do that, right? Not the hug to stop, but to get him to speak.
Yeah.
And she was like, what's in it for me? And what was in it for her was the receipts of the conversation and the voicemail that her ex, the book guy, left to them. And she's like, are these real? And they're like, yeah. So apparently,
but does that could have just been a lie?
It could have totally just been a lie, but they showed her like what that was. But that just showed to me how attached she still is to him, and I don't think she would get with Raph because I think she's so attached to him.
Oh, you really? Oh, she's I'm not even 1 ounce of doubt in my mind. 100% she's getting with Raph. Though, like in season 3, maybe they won't get together, but like it's definitely gonna be like a thing. You know what I mean? Like we're gonna see it. Like there's no maybe. It's 100%. Like 100%.
I think it might be a trial and error, where she's like, I'm still hung up on Jeff.
She might be, but like she's still gonna have a thing with Raph. I know that for sure.
I feel like Raph is gonna move on to like Rachel or something.
I don't think that's gonna happen. Not Rachel,
maybe Fatten. I feel like Fatten's gonna like. I feel like if Fatten got with anyone, it would be Kieran.
Yeah, me too. But I want Kieran to be with that guy. What's his name?
Oh, Martin? Is it Martin?
Even if you said it, I wouldn't know. But we know the guy who went to school.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I just want them to be together.
Cute. That would be so cute. I love that. Okay, well, my next question was relationship predictions. So why don't we just keep going with who we think?
100%. Like the only things that we know because we've gotten a hint at is Leah and Raph. Mm-hmm. And then obviously Shelby and
do we think
Tony.
That they might have a fallout?
They already had a fallout.
Like a serious fallout?
That was a serious fallout.
I guess, yeah. No,
did they finish the season together or no? I don't think they were.
I don't think they did.
I'm pretty sure they were broken up. So I think they're gonna get back together in season 3. And then I don't know because we haven't seen any of them interact. Any of the girls interact with the boys, so we don't really know.
We've just had that like one scene of them walking in the gym and being like,
yeah. What? And okay, so either Kieran is gonna be with the. Here's my thing, right? Okay. If this was a different show, 100% Kieran. Let me just look up his name because I just need to be able to say it.
I think it's Martin.
I mean, we'll find out.
I'm pretty sure. So yeah, everybody watch The Wilds because it truly is
amazing. It's God, fucking enormous cast.
It's Martin.
It's Ivan. So it's not.
Right. It's not. His name isn't even Martin.
Yeah, so I think Kieran, if this was a different show, Kieran would end up with Ivan. However, Kieran and Ivan's dynamic is so similar to Shelby and Tony's in season 1, where like one of them was obvious, one of them is out and obviously gay. They hated each other at the beginning. One of them is very like not that Kieran's homophobic, but like Kieran and Shelby both have that like, you know, like white, blonde, perfect, straight person. So it's like he's like very much jock bro, like he would never be gay. So it's kind of, and she was like perfect girl, you never be gay, you know what I mean? So I feel like since it's so exactly the same as their relationship, they wouldn't do it again. Like it just kind of seems a little cheap to do it again. I
hope they don't. Yeah,
but I really want them to because I just think it would be. I just love that, and I feel like Kieran being with any girl is just a little boring because he's just so like he's just that guy. You know what I mean? Same with Fatten. Like I don't really care for her to be with any guys because it's just like a little boring and it's just like too obvious for how her character was in the beginning. Yeah. So it just kind of like erases any character development.
In my personal opinion, I kind of hope they don't lean too much into relationships. Like I hope it doesn't become something like Love Island.
Same. I hope not too, but they're gonna have to do some because like it's just a bunch of guys and a bunch of girls who haven't seen the opposite gender.
1.5, like 1 and maybe 1 in the works.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
I feel like it's gonna be Leah and Raph. Okay, and then I'm okay with one other new one.
You know what's totally unexpected, but I would be totally down for? Henry and Rachel. Henry is Seth's brother. His stepbrother.
That would never fucking happen.
It would never happen.
That would never happen.
It's so unexpected that like maybe they would shock each other. They'd be like, "I think I'm gonna hate you."
That's too unexpected, though. What's unexpected to me would be like Josh and Fatten. Like that's more something that I could see happening. Just because he's kind of like dorky and like Or you know what I was thinking?
Okay.
Maybe Josh and Martha. Because they can both bond over the fact that they...
Martha needs a boyfriend.
Exactly, like, they've been setting... That's what I mean, like, Fatten and Martha are kind of, like, opposite characters, and that Fatten's, like, the boy-crazy one who has so much experience, and Martha's the exact opposite who has no experience, and she's like, no one will ever love me. So I feel like they can't put Fatten with a guy, because it's just, like, too...
She's so confident with herself.
Yeah,
she
exactly. Like, the whole point
is,
of her development was that she doesn't need a guy, she doesn't need, like, all of these external things to make her, like, beautiful, or, like, make all, you know, make her life more meaningful, like, all the more shallow, vapid things about her, and now she's like this bad bitch who like takes charge and like helps all the girls on the island. And Martha is like, she also found her like bad bitch self and like the way she like hunts and kills and stuff like that, but like she also like her development is the fact that she's never really been loved like that, so she's like learning to love herself, and hopefully then love will come. So I feel like putting her with someone would be better, and I prefer they do that. And I feel like it could be Josh, because Josh is like a really nice, sweet guy, and they maybe would bond over their essay exactly. Like I feel like I could see that very clearly. But I would also be okay with Fatten and Josh just because it's like so not her type.
I totally wouldn't be okay with Fatten and Josh.
I just don't see it happening, but I could be okay with it. But fucking
Henry
and Rachel, dude, that, like, why y'all just putting people together, put them together? Like, that's just y'all picked a name out of the hat. That's never gonna happen.
But you think they might pick a name out of the hat?
That's just never gonna happen.
It's gonna be like, it's really, you think they're gonna bring Marcus? Aw, what's gonna happen to Marcus? Is he gonna sweep up on the new island?
I hope.
Did Martha bring him to the bunker?
I don't know. It could be funny. Like, it's kind of a big fuck you if he just like flows in on the shore. Yeah, it's a very big fuck you. You know.
Yeah. So let's talk about the islands themselves, because the girls didn't have to worry about at all, it seems, like animals, but the boys had to kill a jag.
Yeah. But they still say that it's equally dangerous.
Well, Gretchen didn't know there was a jag on the island, so she thought it was equally as dangerous until there was a jag. Now, this is a weird question, but knowing what we knew at that point in the series, or the season, I mean, if the jag were to kill any one of the boys, which boy would you want it to kill? But we don't know anything about Seth at that point.
First of all, it is Seth.
What am I saying?
You're saying Seth. And at first I thought it was just a Seth Rogen thing. But now you just think everyone whose name's Seth is Seth. It's nobody's named Seth. Nobody. I've never met one person. So
I'm gonna have a son and name him Seth.
That's crazy.
It's not, I feel like I'm saying Seth.
You're not, though. You'll hear back.
Okay.
But yeah. Okay, here's the thing, right? Okay. I know you're saying knowing what we knew then, but personally, when I was watching it, I knew it was Seth from the beginning. Like, I didn't know he was going to do what he did, but I was 100% positive, like, genuinely from the second they showed his face, that it was him. And so I would have said Seth regardless, but even let's just pretend I didn't know it was him, then I would probably say Kieran was so fucking annoying. But I probably wouldn't say him because I know he would, like, change. Yeah. So, like, maybe
I always knew he was the redemption character.
He was 100%. Like, it's, you know, written in the sand. But, oh, you know who? 100% Raph.
I think it's, oh, really?
Raph is so fucking annoying, bro.
Really?
He's so annoying from the moment they show his stupid face on camera.
Really?
Like, just from the first episode to the last, every single second, the only redeeming thing he did was beat the shit out of Seth. The only thing. And he didn't even kill him. What a pussy.
No, he didn't. Well, he's a good guy.
He's not a good guy. He's defending Seth after he fucking sexually assaulted Josh.
No,
that is so fucked up. Nah, that's fucked up. Raph is a wash. I'm okay with him, like, just because I know he's gonna change. But like, I'm open to his character development, but everything he did was so annoying. Like, so annoying. Like, he was just such a fucking timid little bitch who, like, was fucking sucking Seth's dick. I swear I thought he was gay because I was like, do you want to fuck this guy? Like, can you hop off his ass?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Definitely Raph.
I would have picked Josh. I didn't like Josh. I still don't like Josh. I have sympathy for him because of what he went through.
He's kind of annoying, but, like, in, like, an endearing way.
I still think the Jag could have killed him, and I mean, the show would have been so different.
That's what I thought you were gonna ask. Who would the Jag kill? Like, who would it get? Like, not who I wanted to get.
Oh, if the Jag had a choice to kill, it would be Josh. But I'm still answering, like, I would want the Jag to kill Josh at that point. He was just so, like, medication dude.
Yeah, but I feel like he was he was a good character.
Like, I love you spills.
Yeah.
Like, Raph, what's your favorite Mexican holiday? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's like, we didn't like him.
I get that, but, like, he's still a good character to have. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I didn't say Kieran, because Kieran's, like, the douchey guy that, is gonna, like, they all have their roles. But Raph is just, talk about a doormat. You add nothing. You add not one thing.
What's his name? The best friends.
Love him.
Love him too.
Love the best friends from infinity to infinity. I love them.
I was so scared when my favorite moment for the guys.
The black guy was a little annoying.
Yeah,
but it was like
of the food situation.
Yeah, but he was like Tony to me. So it's like he was. I loved that he loved his best friend so much. The black guy, I don't remember any of the guys' names.
Right? It's like I know them. I know them, but I can't remember them.
Kieran is the only one that I would ever remember, because I remember seeing it spelled and I was like, why would they spell it like that?
Right. I'm like, Kieran.
It was like Kyron or something. Anyways, the black guy, he was kind of annoying because I was just kind of like, okay, like, you're just... like, you're doing too much. Yeah. Like, the food stuff and everything, like, you're doing too much. Like, I get it. I get your past and everything. But, like, you're just kind of being a dick for no reason.
Absolutely.
But he was doing it in the vein of friendship, and he just loved his best friend so much. Like, and I loved anytime anyone came for him, he was gonna step up. Like, I just loved. Absolutely. I loved them so much. We loved.
Yeah. What I was gonna say is the same episode as the Jaguar episode. The moment that touched me with the guys, because until this moment for me, there was no unity.
Oh, when they were pulling him up.
When they were pulling him up and throwing their shoes at the Jaguar. Yeah. And that episode is where both the awful thing happened to Josh, but also where they became brothers in a sense of, they loved each other more.
Sure, but then because all that got undid.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But at this point in the season, which I think it's episode 3 or 4.
4 that he got, like...
Yeah.
Yeah, 4, I think.
Yeah. What do you think Gretchen would have done with that information? Because I don't think she ever found out.
She didn't find out.
No, because all the boys kept it hush-hush.
I don't know what she would have done. I feel like she would have probably been, like, felt super guilty and been like, fuck, like, that's not, you know what I mean? That's not what I thought this was, especially because he's the operative. But I think ultimately it wouldn't have changed anything, which sucks. Like, I feel like it would have probably been like she would have gone into, like, a spiral about it, because she would have been like, I fucking chose the worst guy, which is crazy. Like, of all the people you could choose, like, she chose genuinely the worst person. She nailed
it with Nora.
Nailed it with Nora. Perfect person.
Which maybe is part of the experiment. Maybe she nailed it with the females, but the men...
No, she didn't. It was an accident, because I remember they were talking about
I know it was an accident, but maybe she's going to use it with whatever argument she decides to cultivate. Like, maybe she'll use it.
Yeah, probably. I mean, she's going to have to spin it, but I feel like the fact that he was like, he's fucked, like, ultimately does ruin the whole project or experiment, because you chose a fucking wackadoodle to, like...
Yeah, and Josh, we haven't found out, or we haven't seen his reaction yet to finding out that this is all an elaborate plan. So when he finds out...
I'm so excited. I'm so excited for that scene. I'm so excited.
And he finds out that Seth is an operative who she picked. Not only did she torture them by putting him on the island, but she also created...
And he's probably going to assume that, like...
It was on purpose.
It was on purpose. Like, she wanted him to do that.
Maybe it was.
It was not.
I don't think it was, but...
It absolutely was not.
Who knows? They could be doing some crazy twists and turns.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't, but, like, he's definitely going to think that. And I'm so excited for this. Hopefully it's the first scene of season 3, where... Like, because all the guys don't know what's going on, except for sort of Raph. And then...
All the girls. No,
because
just
Leah, Fat, and Shelby. They know. And then everyone else. But they kind of know.
But Leah doesn't know that Fatten knows. Leah knows that Shelby knows.
Yeah, but I feel like that's not going to be as big of a, like, revelation.
I know, but I still can't wait for, like,
I'm just so
moment.
excited for, like, the boys to be like, what the fuck is going on, blah, 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 and, like, they're like, shut the fuck, because the girls are gonna, like, that's just a bad bitch moment, because they're gonna be like, shut the fuck up, you babies. You don't even know the half of it.
You guys only made it 30 days. We were on the island for 50.
Yeah, exactly. You thought you got rescued. Adorable.
You thought you could rescue us little girl. You think you're gonna get, please. They're gonna be like, hold up, let's show you what to do.
Yeah, I'm so excited to hear that. And I'm excited to see Henry's reaction to Seth being the one. Yeah, that's gonna be good.
Well,
and Rachel's reaction.
I feel
like Rachel's not gonna believe it.
Maybe
she's gonna be like in denial because her sister's dead. You know, dead.
I'm so excited to see how they show Nora being rescued, because what we saw was a shark eat her.
It's giving dead.
Yeah,
and we know it was a shark because
we know it was a shark.
Rachel's arm long gone. Yeah.
They didn't fake that.
They absolutely did not.
And we saw her go down.
Yeah, we sure did.
So what little submarine was waiting for her at the bottom of the
like
ocean?
who was there with the paddle? Who knocked that shark in the nose?
And why didn't you do that a little earlier?
Yeah, that would piss me off, because I'd be like, you're telling me that my sister's still alive, so y'all were able to figure it out with that shark, but you didn't do it a second earlier so I could just keep my hand? That's really fucked up.
She's like, I was having a moment with the ocean. I was forgiving the ocean. I was just floating.
That sucks too.
And then a shark, which wasn't here any of the other days, decided to take my arm. And now I can't swim anymore. Yeah, poor Rachel. I think she's hands down been through the most on the island, and she doesn't know half of the stuff.
Also, you know how you said that the girls and boys were on the island at the same time?
Yeah. No, they're not. Oh, yeah, they are. They are.
I don't think they are, because at least the girls are a little ahead. Yeah. Because they were saying, oh, at this point, the girls made it to this point, and the boys made it this far, this point, which means the girls did everything ahead of the boys. Or else they wouldn't have that comparison.
I think that it's not maybe exact. Like, I don't think the plane crashed on the same day, but I know that they were on the islands at the same time, but maybe it's not, like, lapping up to be the exact same.
I think the reason also that I thought that they weren't on the same time is because the way that I perceived the last scene of season 1, when Leah runs into that room and she sees the cameras and, like, the TV screens with the boys, I thought that was all in live, like, in real time. Like, that's
I think that was, but I don't think that the girls I don't think the girls were in the bunker for more than 2 days.
Okay, but if that was in real time, well, then they couldn't have been on the island at the same time at all, because that was when that was the boys' first day.
No, we don't know that.
I'm pretty sure if you look at the camera, they're like in their first clothes, like it's like they're just getting settled.
I think that was just them sitting at a fire.
I'm pretty sure it's their first day.
We'll have to look back on that.
Yeah, I don't know that, but
yeah, I'm pretty sure it was just them. But speaking of characters, do you think you could use your phone? Because I'm scared that if we use mine, it will start recording to see what character you are.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Oh, okay. Actually, I want you to answer this question as you look for it. Who's worse? Oh, God. Let me start again. Who's worse? Who's the worst villain? Seth or Gretchen?
Seth.
Elaborate.
I think that Gretchen is evil and horrible, and what she did overall, it's hard to say what she did overall is worse, because it is, but, like, what he did is, like, in a different world of evil, you know what I mean?
But she did let someone die.
Yeah, but that wasn't planned.
True.
Like, she didn't do that on purpose.
But it happened.
I know, but she didn't know. You know what I mean? Like, Seth knew what he was doing. Like, the girl fell, and then, you know what I mean? Like, it happens. Like, it doesn't happen, but she didn't know the girl was injured. And it's more the other guy, because he knew he saw her fall. Actually, it's nobody. Like, if I saw that fall, I wouldn't have thought she was going to internally bleed. Die. Like, that's crazy. Yeah. I feel like even that, they could have done better. Like, they could have, you know? But yeah, I think I have to say Seth, because Gretchen, everything she's doing is, like, mastermind villain evil, but it's, like, for a greater good. Like, it's giving Thanos. Right. While what Seth is doing is giving convicted felon. Like, absolutely. You know what I mean? Absolutely. And I feel like with Gretchen, I'm just like, okay, there's a way they could redeem her, or there's a way where I can see her point of view.
I don't hate her. I hate her, but
I hate her, but like I don't feel
anger.
I just feel anger with Seth.
So just so you guys know, Gretchen is the one who put the girls on the island and is the mastermind behind the social experiment. And Seth,
you really think you just said Seth?
I did. It feels like I am.
That's crazy.
Seth, he sexually
assaulted one of the guys on the island.
Yeah. And multiple other people
and
off the island.
It was like very like watching that was so disturbing because like he was like, ugh, it was so gross. I hated that.
Yeah, and just seeing Josh's face too.
Yeah.
Anyways, we won't get into detail on that, but pick a holiday destination. Greece, Iceland.
Here, you do yours first, and then don't tell me who you got, and then I'll do it.
Okay, I've done this once, and it gave me one person, and I won't say who it is until the end, just to see if I get someone else, because these questions are a bit different. France, Brazil, another place in Iceland, or Disney World, and I would go to Greece. So, and I selected the link. Okay, I pressed it. Okay, pick your drink of choice. Now they. Sorry. Rum and cola, low alcohol cider, vodka shots, mocktail, gin and tonic, wine. I wouldn't drink any of these. What's a mocktail?
It's like a fake cocktail. It's like a virgin cocktail.
Yeah, I'd have a virgin pina colada. Pick a way to relax: listening to music, working out, reading, stargazing, going to the spa, binging Netflix. I pick all of those but working out. But I'm either going to say stargazing, reading. I'm going to read because I read the most. Pick a pet: dog, snake, rabbit, hamster, cat, dog. Pick a way to spend an evening: playing chess, going to the cinema, reading at home, hanging out at a cool bar, driving and listening to music, watching Disney reading. I do not like Disney classics or Disney. Pick a career. Is there actor? Nope. Doctor, teacher, scientist, psychologist, anything that makes me famous. I would pick.
I also have a guess on who you're gonna get.
Okay. I'm gonna pick teacher. Pick a genre of music. Pop. And that's not an option. Classic rock, jazz, indie rock. I prefer podcasts. Anything that's in the top 40, 90s rap.
Pop is anything that's in the top 40.
I know, but I feel like that's just such a cop-out, but I picked it. Pick a place to live: a studio in the middle of a busy city, a huge house in the country, a loft apartment, an isolated cabin, an old property in a city, a sleepy beach house, a studio apartment in the middle of the city. Ooh!
I think I got. No, don't tell me.
Who did I get?
I don't know. Don't tell me.
Oh, okay.
Just keep it in your mind and then I'll do it.
Okay, I'll screenshot it. And I will press refresh.
Okay. Pick a holiday destination. Greece, Northern Lights, Iceland, France, Brazil. Disney.
I'm shocked by who I got, maybe. I can't decide yet.
I don't really know where.
Right? I don't really care for any of the options except Greece.
Me either. I don't even care for Greece.
Really?
Yeah.
My dream destination is Belize.
I've been feeling parasy. Pick your drink of choice.
Mine's Slurpee if I had to choose for real.
My drink of choice. I'm just gonna go vodka shots.
Ooh, fun.
Pick a way to relax. Stargazing, going to the spa. I'll just say binging Netflix.
Yeah, I feel like, yeah. Although I would love to stargaze.
Pick a pet. Dog. Pick a way to spend the evening. Playing chess, going to the cinema, hanging out at a cool bar, reading at home, driving, listening to music. And I'll say driving and listening to music.
Yeah, I feel like that's fun if I had a car.
Pick a career. Scientist, work in the charitable sector, teacher, doctor, anything that makes me famous, psychologist. You didn't choose anything that makes you famous.
I don't want to be famous.
You'd rather be a teacher than be famous?
I would teach drama and English.
You're telling me if I said, oh, you can be you're not going to be an actor, but you can either be a drama teacher or you can be a famous podcaster, you would choose.
Okay, no, I would pick that, but that's just so narcissistic. I didn't want to click it.
Okay. It's not
You're gonna click it?
It's not anything that makes me famous, but like
acting. Like, why couldn't that be an option?
That is more close to
absolutely
that answer.
Yeah.
Pick a genre of music. Rock. I'm just gonna say
you do listen to a lot of podcasts.
I listen to a lot of podcasts.
Maybe I don't care. We'll become one of them. She started listening to episode 1 and just was falling asleep.
It's either podcast or 90s rap. I'll just say I prefer podcasts. I do listen to a lot of podcasts.
Pick a place to live.
See, on the little bit. See a huge house in the country, an isolated cabin, an old property in the city with culture.
See, I could never do an isolated cabin because it's just too much horror vibes, which I love. Love horror. But I don't want to be in my own horror movie, like, of my life. So...
I guess it's gonna have to be studio because that's the only busy city option.
Yeah.
But I would like to be in, or an old property in the city with culture. That's kind of cute.
Yeah, that is kind of cute. It's kind of like...
I'll just say this one now, whatever.
Yeah, I said that too. Who did you get? Who did you get? You didn't get Zach,
what the fuck? Tell me who you got first.
I got Martha.
Dead! First of all, I thought you were gonna get Leah. Just guess who I got, bro. Just fucking guess.
Is it one of the girls?
I'm not saying, just guess.
Okay, I feel like it's a guy.
Okay.
Henry.
No.
Nora.
No.
I got Nora the first time I took it. Tony.
No.
Shelby.
No.
Gretchen.
No.
Marcus.
No.
Kieran.
No.
Ivan.
No.
Fucking Leah's mom.
No.
Who else is there?
That's what I'm saying. They gave me the most like obscure fucking
Did you
character.
get the girl who died?
I got fucking this guy. I got Dean Young. The investigator. Like the fucking random ass guy. Like, what? We don't even know anything about him. What the fuck?
We know he has a daughter who he like left.
This is what it says.
Yeah.
You're thoughtful, kind, and quietly confident. You're never the loudest person in the room.
Is
but
he
your
confident
presence
though?
I don't think he is. Your presence is always felt. You're a hard worker, and though you never show off, you succeed in pretty much every challenge you take on. Is that him? I don't think that's him.
No, he gets manipulated.
Yeah, he's the dumb one.
Yeah, see what mine said. Because I got Martha, but the first time I did get Nora, which I was really excited about.
Yeah, you got Martha. That's cool too. Mm-hmm. You're a total sweetheart who wears your heart on your sleeve, and people love you for it. Your naturally right personality means that you always see the best in others, but you're definitely not a pushover. The world needs more Marthas.
I think they got me wrong.
That's completely not you at all. Yeah.
I think that's the opposite of
yeah, honestly, that is opposite.
Personality-wise, I'm, like, my beliefs, I'm Tony.
Yeah, I guess.
But you say I have, like, a personality, like, fatten. You've said once.
Kinda, yeah. Of all of them.
Yeah, we're all of them because they're just so relatable in so many ways.
No, I meant of all of them.
Oh, of all of them, yeah.
You're closest to Fatten, I would say, but...
So, in the show, they do a few Never Have I Ever games. And they do, one Would You Rather. And so I thought we would do it. So let's do the Would You Rather first. Would you rather eat nothing but plain yogurt the rest of your life or suck off your dad? And that was Tony's.
That was Tony's. I remember that. And I thought about it when they said it.
Yeah.
And I can eat plain yogurt. I can eat plain yogurt.
Well, my dad is long gone, so
it's gonna be a really.
So I don't have anything to do. I can just
dig up his corpse and stuff on that
it's
little
gone. I'm sure his body is gone. Anyways, I don't have to pick. I guess.
Yeah, you do.
I would 100% pick yogurt.
Yeah,
no doubt. Although it does taste like straight up sour cream, that's fine.
I can get used to that.
So So the first never have I ever had vaginal penetrative intercourse. Now we're not going to answer these ones, I did make my own question, but who said that?
Shall we?
Absolutely. Never have I ever had vaginal penetrative intercourse.
Just say you do it up the butt, bro.
Yeah. So instead, never have I ever clogged someone else's toilet. I for sure have. Because I went to this one friend's house and she had baby wipes right there, and I was like, oh yeah, so I'm gonna use a baby wipe, and I did, and it plugged her toilet. Ooh. And I had to like get it.
Did you unplug it? Mm-hmm. I don't know if I have, but if I have, I unplugged it, so that's why it's not fresh in my memory.
Fear. Yeah. Fear-based, for sure. The next one is never ever, oh god, never have I ever had a threesome. Who said that?
Oh. It wasn't Fatton, because she drank.
She drank twice.
Who has not had a threesome?
Everyone but Fatton.
I know. But, like, who really hasn't had one? Never had a threesome. Rachel?
It was Dot.
I forgot about Dot. I was, like, thinking, who are all the girls? And Dot, I kept forgetting of. So I was just like, oh.
Dot's one of the greatest.
She is.
So instead of never have I ever had a threesome, we won't answer that. But we will answer never have I ever... No, I wanted you to talk about this. Never have I ever participated in a protest. Because you have.
Sure have, yeah.
And I thought that would be a cool kind of segue for you to talk about it for a little bit.
Okay, why?
I don't know, because you went to a podcast. I mean, you didn't go to a podcast, you went to a protest.
Have you been to a protest?
No.
Yeah, I've been to a few, I guess. Like, I went to all the Black Lives Matter ones in Victoria, and then I went, like, there's the stuff going on in Ethiopia right now, so we always have, like, protests and stuff for that. I don't really know what you want me to say.
I just wanted you to say whatever you wanted to say about it.
I mean, that's it.
Go to protests if you want.
Yeah, go to protests if they're in your city.
Yeah. Fun. So those were all the questions that they asked in the show. I was like, surely they said more. But that was it. And so I thought we would do one of the... I won't ask all of them, but I'll ask a couple questions that the girls had to answer during an interview. One of them was, who is your celebrity crush and why?
Oh, I have so many. Like, so many.
Really? Because I have, like, none.
I just have so many. Like, I love having celebrity crushes because they're just not real. I think my longest standing one is Dylan O'Brien, and I love him. I love him so much. I think he was, like, my first, like, real person celebrity crush, and then he's stood the test of time.
Wow.
And I love him. I'm obsessed. He's just the best. I love. Like, if anyone has anything bad to say about him, you're stupid.
Yeah, absolutely. He's a gem.
Yeah, he's a gem. We love. Another one is Khaled. I love him. I just think he's so cute. And he's, like, I just love his energy.
Yeah.
And he's close to my age, so I'm like, maybe if I ever meet him, I could cuff him.
Yeah.
Who else? I say I have a lot, but nothing's coming to mind right now.
Say one more. If you can.
I guess it's hard because I, like, have, like, celebrities that I love. And I think I confuse, like, loving them so much with, like, a crush.
Yeah.
Like I'm obsessed with Timothée Chalamet, but it's not, or Chalamet? I don't know.
Chalamet.
I think it's Chalamet. But and I used to think I had a celebrity crush on him, but it's not that. I just think he's such a good actor that it, like, takes my breath away. And so I'm just, like, obsessed with him because of that. Like, I just want to, like, pick his brain.
Yeah.
Michael B. Jordan used to be one of mine because he's just, like, so good looking. But something about him is, like, kind of, he's just a little dorky. Like, I don't know. There's something about him that's just a little, like,
I can see it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, Madison Bailey. Yeah. She's just, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I know all your celebrity crushes.
That's it.
What about that one you talk about all the time from 100?
Lindsay Morgan?
Yeah.
I don't have a crush on her.
You talk about her constantly.
Yeah, but because she changed my life.
No. And the other girl from Fear Street.
Kiana Madeira? I don't have a crush on Kiana Madeira.
You talk about her just so much.
Because I love them as actors.
Okay.
Yeah. But I definitely have a crush on Madison Bailey. Yeah. Okay. I I'm asking this question because all of the girls said the exact same answer to this question, and it's, how would you want someone to ask you out? And all of the girls said, I want a DM that says, you up? No, what's up? No, you up? Question mark? At like 2 in the morning, no earlier.
That's funny.
Yeah. And then, Edna James was like, I don't even want you to follow me. I want you to be in the requests. Obviously, they were all being sarcastic, but I thought it was funny.
That is funny.
Because her and Mia said that, and then Sophia, who plays Fatten, also said that in a separate interview, and I was like, that's hilarious.
Oh, are you really asking?
Yeah, I'm asking.
I don't know. Send me, like, a note in a bottle over the ocean.
Really?
Or, like, carrier pigeon. That'd be nice.
Yeah, I think I would just want to be asked out with, like, I don't know, just like a text. Like, hey, you free?
Yeah.
I think would be fun. Okay, so we are coming close to an hour, so I'm gonna say, if you were stranded on an island with one character from the wilds, which character would it be? One boy, one girl.
Dot and the boys are just useless. Right. Henry? He's smart. I feel like he would be a good one. And like I don't know actually, because he is really smart, but also Dot is also smart. Actually no. He's more smart. So I'm gonna say Dot and Henry, yeah.
I'm gonna say Nora. And
can't trust that bitch.
I know, but she's smart.
I know, but you can't trust her.
I know, but on my island, I can. So I'm gonna say Nora and Ivan because I want a good time. Yeah. Now, let's go back. What do you not care about? Or did you answer?
Didn't I already answer that?
Did you?
I said work.
Oh, yeah, you did. All right. Well, then let me ask you one more question, and then we will wrap it up. So, just taking a wild guess, who do you think is the most outgoing on the Wilds cast?
Oh, cast? Oh, like, I don't know about the boys. I'm gonna forget the boys.
Yeah, forget the boys. I think I know who is.
Maybe the actress that plays Shelby.
Mia Healy?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure she is. I feel like they've all said that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She
and
has that energy.
Out of us, me and you.
Who's the most outgoing?
Who's the most outgoing? I think I also know the answer. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I hide behind you when we're out in public. Yeah. Anyways, that is a wrap on episode 2, and a big thank you to Hewot for coming on to talk about the wilds for an hour, though it is something we've talked about for many hours.
Yeah.
We don't know when season 3 is gonna come out, or if they're gonna have a season 3.
They will.
We're manifesting it. They're gonna have a season 3.
It's not a question. There's no way they cancel that show.
No way. So yeah, watch The Wilds. And I don't think we had too many big spoilers, just the entire show. But this was I Don't Care with Hewot
I guess,
and Alexia.
People aren't even going to hear. Like, if they're really taking our advice and not watching the show, or watching the show, hopefully they didn't listen to this whole podcast.
Right. So we'll just come back and watch it after. But also, if you were on the fence, like, yeah, let me see what it's about, now you know. But you're like, ooh, what they said sounds good. Go back and watch. I forget half the things people tell me by the time I get to the screen, or I wait for them and I can't wait for the spoilers. So anyways, thank you for listening. I'm Alexia. And that's Hewot.
Yeah.
Okay. Bye, everyone. See you next week.